G'day, welcome back to the channel, Headlight Restoration Perth. So today I'm working on a 2006 Ford Focus. It's my daughter's car, so I was lucky enough to help her out and do this for her. And if I didn't know how to do it, I wouldn't be able to. So that was good to be able to look after a family member and make sure that when they're driving at night, they're a lot safer. So I just wanted to bring a big shout out to all the people that have taken the time to comment on any of my videos and given me advice and things like that, because I do read all the comments and I do implement a lot of the stuff that I've read and been told about and things like that. You might not see it straight away because it might be a few videos down the road, because by the time I get the comments, I could have made another 2 videos and I just got to wait for them to be posted and everything. So, but I'm sure that a few more videos down the road, you'll see that your comments have come into play, just about the way I do things or what I could do. And so you might notice now that I'm always wearing a face mask, things like that, because I knew that it was dusty from the place. I just wasn't really paying much attention, to be honest, I guess. And then a lad made a comment, about you should do, because all that plastic and everything sort of stuff. So I thought, there's things that you don't normally think about. You say, yeah, definitely. So I'm always using face masks now and safety glasses. I've just read a comment today about gloves, because not so much for the safety side of it, but just because of the oil content in your skin. If you were to touch the lens, I guess, after polishing or whatever before polishing, you probably don't realise the transference of the oils and all that sort of stuff that you're putting on that lens. So I'm probably going to look at getting some gloves to use in the future. So all these little things I take on board. They're important to me. So and that's part of the reason I actually created the channel. It's got nothing to do with my ability to do headlights. As when I started, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and I still don't think I'm an expert at it by any stretch of the imagination. But by creating the channel, I've also given myself a platform where I can learn a whole lot quicker and show the kids that it doesn't matter what you want to do, and it doesn't matter if you don't know what you're doing, just have a crack, because everyone who started what they're doing, all the experts around the world, there was a point when they started and they didn't know nothing about what they're an expert on now. So it's just about having a crack, giving it a go, and don't be afraid to fail, basically. So, and I encourage my kids to have a crack at anything. You don't know. It could be something that they could be really good at. They'll never know if they like it or not if they don't give it a go. So I'll always support them if they want to have a go at something. So because you just never know what the results are going to be. And so then that's, like I say, that's why I've created this channel as well. To show my kids that even when you don't know what you're doing, you can do it. You can have a go at it, and you can get better at it, and make a little side hustle at the same time, and just get better at something you had no idea about. So, and because of the other reason with this channel, besides my family and the kids, is like it's a really good learning opportunity for me, because there's like I can watch videos and everything like I've done, and which has gotten me quite a way down this road of doing the restoration. But even all the things that I've learned through watching all the videos, you're not going to learn everything, and a lot of it's just time and effort and personal experience while you're doing it. But what I'm finding is the people that are leaving comments and giving me advice, and it's been really helpful. So I appreciate everyone that's taken the time to put a comment on any of my videos. I've got a couple of regulars that always comment and everything, and it's like, here we go. So it's good to have a chat, and it's good to see that you're watching, and the stuff that you mention, it's valid. Like, so it's something that I will look at improving and adding to my little repertoire as I go along, because like I say, I am still learning. It's only been a little while. Today's the 1st of September here, and it was only the beginning of June when I watched my first video. So it's been a pretty steep learning curve, but like, there's no way I'd be where I am in my abilities if I didn't have the community and the comments giving me advice and things like that. Like, if I had to learn everything as I was going and just trial and error, I'd probably still be doing everything by hand sanding, so like, everything's really appreciated. So keep the comments going. If you get anything out of these videos, like, subscribe, because I'll keep on producing them as I go. But yeah, leave comments, because I read them all. I reply to every one of them, and I implement where I can, and I will continue to do that, because I know it's in my best interest. It's good for the channel. It's good for the kids. It's a win-win. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to let me know if you think I'm could adjust the way I'm doing something or something like that. If I'm using the wrong product or anything, like whatever the information you have, like from your own personal experience, like I'll definitely listen. So yeah, so cheers for that. And I'm actually enjoying the satisfaction that I'm getting from these lights, because it is pretty satisfying when you start with something that doesn't look the best, and the end result is near enough to new looking, or a whole lot better at least. It's great satisfaction, and it is good to do, and it really isn't a hard thing to do, but as long as you follow a process and you don't take too many shortcuts, because like when I very first started, I would just do a wet and dry, maybe a 600 and 800, and it would be left really foggy. But I thought that's the way you had to do it, and then chuck a clear on it, and then the magic would happen. It'd all come up. So, but like as I'm learning now, like you still can do it that way. People are still getting the results, but it's the way that I do it now with the that whole sanding, then the polishing like I'm doing now. So even before you start putting that clear on, the light's looking $1 million anyway, like 10 times better from when you first started, and then that clear is just the icing on the cake. So, and I think the results when you're doing the sanding and then the polishing and then the clear, I think it's more consistent. The results are more consistent, because I just couldn't imagine the results being the same when you're just doing a hand wet and dry, and you can't always see the blemishes like after the polish, so because sometimes I've polished and then resanded and then repolished, and that's just the way it is with me, because I get a bit pedantic on it. But the thing is, like, when I was doing the wet sanding and you come to that foggy part before the clear, I never really saw any blemishes. You don't see them, and then after you put the clear on, it's too late. So I do like the fact that you can get a really good gauge of the end result by doing that polishing process before the clear. And if you did have to do anything, it's best to do it all your stuff before you hit that clear process, because that's all over Red Rover. If you chuck that clear on, it's not like you can just wipe it off. So anyway, once again, I just want to say, if you like anything in this, if you think it's benefit to you, like, subscribe to the channel. I'll keep on doing them as I go along. Keep up the comments. I read all of them. But if this is something you like, I appreciate all that you're doing. You enjoy your day.